Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome to the sprint to glory in the Eredivisie. Yes, we are doing this in Netherlands, and I'm really looking forward to see your guys' feedback on this one. I think we have found some amazing talents, and we have created an amazing team at the end of this episode. You will see the squad report with all the players. Right here you can see the rules. Only players from the same nation, same league, or free agents. Players below the age of 24 in the first season, and all that jazz. No financial takeover and all that, you could see it. But let's get into the reason why I've picked ADO Den Haag for this specific career mode. All the teams in this league, I mean the ones that everyone knows, they are just too good. So I wanted this to be a challenge once again, because this should be a sprint to glory, not like a walk in the park to glory, you know? I wanted this to be challenging. So I've picked a team that has really bad players. I've watched them in real life, and they have gotten a victory with that striker up front, Havenaar, who is actually horrible. I watched that match and I seriously did not like him, but in the end he scored the winning goal, so I was like, okay mate, whatever. But assistant coaches, so far on this series we have reached over 3,000 likes on every single episode. Can we repeat that again? That would be much appreciated. But the first transfer, or the first transfers I was trying to make, were transfers of players below the rating of 70, because my budget was below 5 million, and with that amount of money you can barely buy any players. So I did go ahead and buy the guy Solanke from Vitesse, and I also got myself Bergwijn, who is obviously one of those talents that everyone knows about just because of the fact that he's a 4-star skiller and he is quite pacey, even though his stamina sucks. We are going after him, and then we are also getting ourselves Abdelhak Nouri for 1 million, and he's a 66 rated center attacking midfielder who has 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills on him. So he was quite the gem in my opinion, and we have now picked up 3 talents in the first season already, and the 4th one was for the defense. I needed someone at the back to do the job on the right hand side, and Kevin Dix, yes I know, his name is Dix. Yeah, he has been bought into the squad. He was 70 rated as we bought him, and in the first season I did train a lot of my players, but I only train my players in the first season, and after that I just stop it and just keep on simming without even touching the players. So in our first season we came in the 8th position, so no Europa League or anything like that in the upcoming season for Den Haag, on 50 points right there, 12 points away from the European competition spots. But I was really happy with that, because my team wanted me to get into the mid-table, and we did exactly that. Solanke, after the first season, growing from 68 to 74. Nouri going up from 66 to 71. Bergwijn also going up to 71. So a lot of our players have grown. Dix on the right hand side has grown to 73. Man, it really sounds weird to say that name. I really feel bad for that guy. But now we are starting off our second season in the transfer window. 4 million plus my striker, who was 72 rated, Havenaar, is now leaving for Gaston Pereiro to join my team. 74 rated, 4-star skiller I believe, and he was actually quite a good transfer in my opinion. I was looking forward to see this guy grow, and then I needed someone for the midfield. My 2 midfielders were not good enough, so I went after someone named Renato Tapia. He's playing for Feyenoord, and he really had some good stats on him. Started off at a 72 when he joined our team. He has a 4-star weak foot, high work rate, center midfielder, and if I'm not mistaken, he was able to play in the center back position in FIFA 15. Then I went ahead and I got myself Van der Hoorn from Ajax on a pre-contract, because pre-contracts were really important in this career mode, especially since I did not have any money with this team. Like, the transfer budget was a joke every single time. I really had to struggle, but in this season we did go up to the 6th position, missing the Europa League, so close, but still I was really proud of my team. We have gone up by 2 spots. Last season we came in the 8th position, but this is the team after the second season. Solanke now on 76, Bergwijn on 75, Nouri on 73, Gaston Pereiro did go up to 76, Tapia is still at 72, Dix now on 74. Man, I really feel weird saying his name, man. It really... come on. But after that, we have sold Bergvin for 9 million because every single game he had to be subbed off. When I simmed these matches, I just saw him being subbed off in like the 45th minute. So his stamina sucked. So I needed a proper replacement, and the 9 million that I've gotten, I really wanted to invest them quite nicely. Daily Sinkgraven can play in the cam position and also in the left wing position. 3-star skiller, 3-star weak foot, and really good stats on him. Already 75 rated, only 22 years old. In the 3rd season, he was our first purchase. Then Terence Congolo. I wanted to get a center back, but then I thought, no, I also need someone to play on the left hand side. My left back wasn't good enough. And Congolo came into our team as a 77 rated player. He really is amazing at defending, but I do like him more in the center back position with those stats on stand tackle and slide tackle. He belongs there. But since I do play him on the left hand side, I decided to go after another pre-contract purchase. This one was for the next season. Joel Feldman. He's 25 years old and he does also play for Ajax. Yes, I bought a lot of players from Ajax, but the reason for that is they have a lot of talent. So I just had to go ahead and do that. In this season though, our 3rd season, we have won the cup. Yes, we have won the cup in the final against Feyenoord. So the first big success for our team, and we have also gotten into the 3rd position. So 1st season 8th position, 2nd season in the 6th position, and in the 3rd season we came in at 3rd with 69 points. A big improvement for our team. But the one thing that I really did forget about was, I think I forgot in this season or the next season to prolong the contracts with a couple of players, and for that reason I lost my goalkeeper and then we started struggling a little bit. But as you can see, a lot of players still keep on growing. I think Solanke is now on 77, but then I also did go ahead into the free agents. After 3 seasons, I always feel like, okay, now there should be a lot of talent in the free agents, and I always find some really great ones. This one, his name was Iheanacho, so I just had to buy him, and he actually turned out to be a great talent. So assistant coaches, whenever you do a career mode that lasts for more than 2-3 seasons, take a look at the free agents. There are some amazing players in there who are randomly generated. As you can see, I've got myself Iheanacho on a 71. I've got Richie on 70. So you can find some hidden gems in there, especially when you're using a low rated team. You need to use this to make your team better. One of the best center backs I have used on FIFA 16, Jeremiah Sandjust, was my next target, and in order to get him I had to pay 8 million plus one of my best center backs, so I had to do a swap deal plus 8 million, and that was a lot of money for him. And then we could go ahead and get Ricardo Kishna on a pre-contract. The 5-star skiller is hopefully joining us in the next season, and I was expecting him to be quite the improvement on the wing. Since Sinkgraven sadly did not grow, I had to go ahead and get Kishna and move forward with the players that I did have and that I did enjoy. And as you can see right here, we actually came in the 7th spot, and I really thought that this was the time for me to get fired, but the team did still believe in me, so I was really happy about that. I think this is our 4th season, and I think we have done quite an okay job for the fact that I had so many injuries and all that stuff, and for the fact that a couple of players did not grow. But as you can see, Veltman on 81 right now, the highest rated player in my team. Solanke now on 79, and Sinkgraven still at 75, which really bothered me, but I couldn't really do anything about that. And I also had Van der Heijden, which is a player who is in my squad from the start of this career mode. He's a striker, and he just kept on growing without stopping for some reason. He was glitched. That was the first time I've seen a player being glitched while he is in your team. Normally it only happens when they are not in your team, but enough talk about that. We have gotten ourselves the highest potential striker from the Eredivisie, and that is Arkadiusz Milik. Again, another player from Ajax, but it's not my fault that all these talents are in there with the highest potential. Most of them are playing for Ajax. And now Adam Maher for the center midfield position to replace Tapia, who was just not good enough in there. He is a 77 rated player, but normally always a player that never grew for me in any FIFA, but in this FIFA it seems like he does grow, so I'm really happy with that. And now on to our highest finish in the 5th season. We have gotten into the 2nd spot with 65 points, but Ajax is still 12 points ahead of us. The big question was, when are we going to be winning our first title, and also when are we getting those big names in like Depay and Bazoué, who have really high potential. Arkadiusz Milik now on 82, but as you can see, a couple of our players still growing. Pereiro now on 81, our center backs are growing, and especially Feldman now on 82. But in this season I actually lost my goalkeeper Hansen because I forgot to extend his contract, and now after this first season with Milik, I had to sell him on for 30 million because, as you guys know, my budget just sucked. So at the start of the 6th season, I've gotten myself the 30 million into the budget. The first one I had to buy was a proper goalkeeper. There's only 2 decent goalkeepers below the age of 24 except Silesen, who I could buy into my team, and Silesen was not my main target. I wanted a better center back, 81 rated Riedewald, another player from Ajax. I know what you guys are thinking. It's not my fault. But now we are going on to the left hand side. Jethro Willems, 83 rated right now. Take a look at these stats. A 4-star skilling left back. What more do you want? Like, come on, this guy is amazing. If you haven't used him yet, I seriously don't believe you, because everyone has used Williams already. And then to the first big transfer, Memphis Depay on a pre-contract. The only way I could actually get him, because he was just way too expensive. He wanted 160k in order to join my team, so I accepted it, and Memphis Depay would be joining us in the upcoming season. And it was the perfect timing because Ricardo Kishna left us for 25 million. He did go over to Belgium as well. Arkadiusz Milik left to Belgium. I had Bergwijn going to Genk or Ghent, one of those two. So all my players are leaving into that league. But now I'm getting myself another player for the right back position this time, and his name is Kenny Tete. He is the highest potential right back from the Eredivisie, 81 rated by now, and he really looks solid. But I have to say, he isn't looking as solid as Jethro Willems. Overall, the stats of Willems are just so much better. And another pre-contract player I could buy was Quincy Promes, 85 rated, still playing for Spartak Moscow, and I just had to get this guy in my team. Next season I wanted to win the league title, because again, I've only come in the 3rd position with 62 points, and Ajax, even though I'm buying all of their talents, they are still winning every single season, and it doesn't make sense in my head. Every time I'm thinking, how in the world are they winning titles without all of their players? Because I basically have bought at least like 4 or 5 of their players, and I was expecting them to get weaker and weaker, but it didn't happen. And now you can see my team. I was missing a good goalkeeper. That was probably my biggest problem right now, and I needed someone like Silesen to join my team as soon as possible. Once again, I looked into the into the free agents, and I found myself a couple of really good talents. Once again, reminding you guys, please go ahead and try this out. If you haven't, trust me, it's a lot of fun to find these players who are randomly generated with really high ratings. Go ahead and do it. You will find some amazing talents. On FIFA 15 especially, I found myself some great talents. Now, the big name, Stefan de Vrij, the highest potential center back, 85 rated now, 29 years old. Terence Congolo plus 20 million paid for him. Yes, I had to do that. That's a lot of money, I know, but I still had to do that in order to improve my team. A 4-star weak foot on a center back, that really helps out to distribute the ball. But for the first time ever, we have come up above Ajax in the league, and we have won the league with transfers like De Vrij and also Depay coming in and getting our team to the next level. Now the goalkeeper was missing, and that was my main target at the start of the next season. But this is my team, and as you can see, Iheanacho, the randomly generated player, is now on a 77 rating, so I was playing him instead of Van der Heijden, who was the glitched player in my team. But a lot of players were growing, and it it just looked so nice. The whole team was so good. Everyone was quite quick and really agile on the wings especially, and I was really hoping to get this guy in, and finally it has happened. Jasper Cillessen, 85 rated goalkeeper, only goalkeeper that has decent potential that I could get, and I really was so happy when I got him into my team. And you can see the improvement. After winning the league last season with only 3 points above Ajax, now we have won the league with 86 points, 12 points more than Feyenoord, and finally Ajax was dropping down. They are now in the 4th position because basically I've bought their whole squad. That's the reason for that. I'm sorry, but I just had to do it. All these players were looking quite nice. Promise and Depay now on 88, Pereiro now on 84 in the cam position. We also have a guy on 86, Just in the center defensive midfield position, and Arsenal now came in with an offer for Gaston Pereiro, and I went for 30 million and they accepted it. And the reason why I did that was I wanted Klaassen in my team. He's one of those big talents, probably in the top 10 of the highest potential players from that league, and Barcelona bought Just for 60 million. Yes, they offered 30 million and I said no, I want 60, and they just said yeah, he's worth it. So I could go ahead and finally buy the highest potential player from the Eredivisie, and that is Richetli Bazoué. He is 85 rated right now. He has a potential of 88 in the game, and I also had the money to finally get the good striker back into my squad. Arkadiusz Milik, now an 83, 29 years old, has now joined my team. Now the team is looking amazing. Riedewald with Bazoué in the center defensive midfield position, Klaassen at cam, and on the left and right hand side you have Depay and Promise. Now I also wanted to get this guy into my team as a good backup for these attackers that I had in my team. Hakim Ziyech is really having a great season this year, and I think he will definitely leave Twente. I think he's playing for Twente, so I think that will be a big purchase for whoever gets him into their squad in the next season. But this was the last season, 84 points. I think this was season number 9. Feyenoord once again coming in 2nd place and Ajax at 3rd. Probably because I bought their whole squad. Poor Ajax, but this was a challenge, a big challenge with ADO Den Haag, a team that has really low budget to get started. Especially the start is really important. You have to buy these players below the rating of 70 and grow them and sell them on. That's what I did with Bergwijn, and that got me started. The first 9 million that we have gotten into our transfer budget, that was the start of our team finally improving. But as you can see, a lot of players above the rating of 85. The Eredivisie has so many talents, especially Ajax has so many great talents with really high potential. Give them a shot. I was also thinking of getting El Ghazi in there, but Promise was just too good. 88 rated. Depay got to a 90 rating from me. As a 30-year-old guy, he still grew by +2. And these free agents, as you can see, one of them got to 83. Cambon got to 80. They were all growing in their physical, mental, and technical stats, and that is something that I do love about a couple of players, and especially about these free agents. As you can see, they do grow in all of their stats, and that really makes them special. So go ahead and try them out. This is one of the messages that I'm trying to get across to you assistant coaches. If you do career modes, even though when the players don't have real faces, just go ahead and enjoy it, get them into your squad, and let them be your own legends, because not everyone has these randomly generated players that they are using, and you can just feel like I only have this player, no one else in the world has this player. But you can see right here the prices of the players were really high. If any team wanted to buy a couple of my players, it was just not happening because they were just worth too much. And Depay, Bazoué, and Promise were the top 3 at the end for the overall rating. They were just amazing. I seriously enjoyed this a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So please go ahead and smash that like button. That would be much appreciated. Tell me in the comments down below which league you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day and peace.